Alright guys, and we're back with game number 2, as promised of course. Had a nice little break there. I just delayed the break a little bit. I'm sorry, I had to get a snack, and then when I got back from eating a little bit and going to the bathroom, I realized that I'd left the mic completely on. So you guys got to hear me eating there. Isn't that wonderful?
I'm sure it was a beautiful sound.
Oh yes.
Wonderful viewers. I'm sure they were enthralled by it. It made their day.
Yeah.
Or evening.
Anyways, okay. I was honestly expecting the Marana ban. I really was. But they're not going to ban it out and they're not going to pick it up either?
Radiant team pick.
And,
I mean,
what? Oh, okay.
Radiant team
I mean, maybe they just want to play something different. They're going to put Figueredo out of his comfort zone a little. It is game number 2. But it worked out so well.
I mean, if it works, why not keep going? But
yeah, if it's not fixed, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I tried to say that grammatically correct, and then the whole saying fell apart.
It doesn't
you know?
work if you don't mess it up.
Yep.
Dire team ban.
Say all the more appropriate. But they do have the Visage pickup. So that was somebody's signature hero.
Dire team
I don't
pick.
quite remember whose. Maybe Magic?
I want to say it's Magic's. Let's, we can check. Ding, ding, ding. Yep. Oh, there's the, video playing in the background there. So, it's proof that this is on a 2-minute delay, guys. Well, wrong window. There we go. But yes, it is Magic's.
Yeah, okay. So, we will see Magic picking up this Visage.
Radiant team.
I mean, they've banned out the Nagasiren, who's another one of those, like, let's play that with Marana heroes. Bane and Marana, though, still in the pool. You've got a Visage available. Yeah. It's almost like For the Winner saying, go ahead, pick Marana. Go ahead.
Do it.
We dare you.
See how that goes.
Like, we've got a strat ready for this. But my other question is, if they had a strat ready for it,
10 seconds remaining.
where was that last game? Like,
Yeah.
we're just going to give them one to make it interesting. But these two teams are both Brazilian, by the way.
Alright, well, Revy will hear that soon. Yeah, and the chat's already answering him. So they know what's going on. They got you covered.
Edu Champs is someone who frequents. Yep, of course.
Dire team pick.
So right now we've got 3 signature heroes up. I don't think we'll see a full 5 just because I don't really expect to see an offlane TA here.
Yeah, or an offlane Invoker.
Yeah, could be, you know, safe lane.
Both the casters are from America, by the way, yep. America. I am right about that, Renessa, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am solidly United States based.
10
I left the
seconds
country for the
remaining.
first time only somewhat recently.
Good for you, I still
5
haven't.
seconds remaining.
But,
Right.
yeah, back to the game. Enough about us.
Reserve time.
Well, we see, so they've got the Marana pickup, and for the win response with Puck.
Radiant
I like this pickup against Marana and Invoker. Simply because you can phase shift the arrow. And that's such a huge thing. Yes, it's a little hard to time in the early game, because we're like, you can phase shift tower shots pretty easily by just tapping phase shift once, and it only has to be a millisecond for Puck to disappear and reappear, and then you can go on with your business. You actually have to hold for the full phase shift so that you miss the whole hitbox of the arrow.
Remaining.
It's
That
a
being said,
large
though,
arrow.
I think
5
Puck's a good pick
seconds
still.
remaining.
Yeah, no, I really like Puck because of the high mobility you have in
Reserve
Invoker and
time.
Marana. So a Dream Coil really does. We saw Figueredo get away with a lot because of being able to leap. And if you remove,
Dire team
I mean,
ban.
he'll still be able to leap, but he'll get stunned. If you remove that, you'd have gotten a lot more kills in the last game.
And Bane, again, so going with this tried and true lineup, just replacing someone with a Visage. Who
10
was it in the last
seconds
game?
remaining.
Venomancer.
Oh, Fenno, right? That
Yeah.
was their team.
5 seconds
So this time
remaining.
instead gonna have the Visage Mancer, so.
You're gonna start
Reserve
saying that
time.
a lot. I feel
Oh yeah, I can already
that's
tell.
I feel like that's gonna pop up. You're gonna be like, oh,
Radiant
why did I do
team
this to
back.
myself earlier?
I mean, we've kind of got a little bit of a blue, red, purple theme on the other side there, because Shadow Shaman with the purple background, but,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if that doesn't mean anything, honestly.
I was casting
Dire
some
team pick.
in-house scrims.
Yeah.
And I was with the other caster, and he was trying to come up with all this strategy and all these things, and I was like, they're going team purple.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, they're not. Like, and he was just talking about it, so I was like, they're going team purple.
Don't you see it? Yep, there's
And
the
then
red, there's the other
I
red.
was totally right, and I asked
Radiant
them at the end of the
team
game, and they're like, yeah, we wanted to do team purple.
Purple power. But, Arena Gaming, Doom and Puck are both pretty good counters to the way that Figueredo likes to play Mirana. Usually, I mean, come up with the hero that hard counters Mirana. Oh, wait, she's so versatile that you can't, really.
Mhm.
Like, oh, she has Invis, so we'll get Bounty Hunter. Oh, what?
She can just leap away. She has stable. She has nukes. Yeah, no, she's a great hero. I think Figueredo will struggle a little bit more this game.
But keep in mind, this is his hero. This is like giving Admiral Bulldog a lone druid. Like, yeah, it may not be the greatest pick in the perfect situation, but since he's so proficient at it, he's still going to play it very well.
Yeah, so we'll see. Now, this last Tinker pickup could be a greedy Ancient Tinker. It could be a safe lane Invoker with an aggressive tri-lane, which is what I'm guessing we'll see. I can't see them running Ancients only, and then, because then they would mid the Invoker, hard lane the Mirana, and safe lane Bane and Visage. But yeah, so this, I would
10
see a
seconds
mid Tinker and safe lane Invoker.
I'm seeing safe lane Invoker, though.
5 seconds.
Yeah, no, mid Tinker, safe lane Invoker, not hard lane. There's no reason.
No, I'm saying it should be safe lane Tinker, because he's going to get his boots of travel
Oh,
up so much faster, and they've got a really good aggressive tri-lane, too. And it's kind of
Yeah,
looking like that might be what it is here.
A safe lane Tinker is up against what? A duo? What?
Yeah.
What are they running in the off lane?
Their lanes are really hard to tell.
They might. Not the strongest of dual lanes, but it
That's
could
good, I think.
potentially be dual lanes. Just
Sorry about that, guys.
because of the experience necessary on both Dazzle and Shadow Shaman. And again, we see For the Win has a somewhat greedy draft that could work out incredibly well for them, but it will take some time to get online. Less so than last time,
I'm gonna
Bar
try my
player?
Portuguese here real quick. I think he's saying shout out
30
to my
seconds
viewers.
to battle.
yeah, that are watching for me or something.
Yeah. And shout out to my fans all day, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, we'll get some
Every day.
introductions every day. Yep, that's right. We'll get some introductions underway. We'll start off with For the Win this time around. We have Quiyu on the Doom. That is a ridiculously good looking set for Doom right there. He is actually quite scary. We've got Neo on the Shadow Shaman. Lycanthrope played by Lolling Blue. ACC gonna be on the Dazzle. And last but not least, we have G on the mid lane as Puck. Then on the side of Arena Gaming,
Starting up with Bane, we have got Hits playing our support Bane here. Already got a smoke in his inventory. We got Figueredo on our Mirana. Big surprise there. And
Yeah.
Post support being played by Magic. They've already taken out some Lycan Wolves here up top. And running down our mid lane is Not, and it's a safe lane Tinker here being played by TKP. So up against Doom. Excuse me.
oh, there we go. Getting out of that, thing.
I'm guessing it's an overlay or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what production quality is happening over there. I'm just here to add some extra comments.
There we go. Yeah, but, I think the safe lane Tinker's a lot more reliable, especially up against a Puck. I mean, Puck's gonna be able to just phase shift the missile.
Oh, that's right. It would be a hard matchup for TKP.
Yeah, and here he can afford to actually level his March of the Machines. Really, because he can just go in the jungle if lane gets too pushed and say, I'm gonna farm here for a minute, and...
I would actually expect him to push and really go farm. He doesn't have a lot of lane control here.
These wolves up top, though, are not doing so hot. The the fact that they have, again, an all-range team means that they're going to be able to harass out these wolves at early levels very efficiently.
For you.
The tower actually taking a decent amount of damage before allowing Blue can pull the aggro.
Guys, it'll only do the night mount bot commands every so often. They're like, it works for me. It doesn't work for me. Like, no, he knows that it's still on screen, so he's not going to post it again. To stop me from spamming it, mainly.
Good guy, Nightbot.
This time. When I first used Nightbot, he was literally Nazi-bot. Like,
Dire's
someone
top
said
tower
something,
is
ban
under
them!
attack.
I was like, no, Nightbot, calm down. Behave. But yeah, pretty, slightly passive early game. We did see Lolling Blue kind of alone up here for a bit, but now Neo and ACC have joined him in the match. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen any ACC Chin, especially with the Lycan being picked up.
Yeah, I feel like they
Oh! Yep, we've got a Nightmare into Arrow, into Sunstrike. Magic gonna finish off first blood with the right click there.
First blood, more shall come.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
It looks like they want ACC as well. He's going to go under the tower. Going to go ahead and shallow grave himself. Lolling Blue actually turning in here. Figueredo should be able to get away, but Magic not going to be quite as lucky. It's 1 for 1 right now in this top lane as Shaman TP's back in. And I mean, that's
Figueredo sitting
one of
kind of low,
those-
but
there is one of those things that I'll talk about in pubs with people sometimes when, like, oh, we almost had first blood, and I'm like, guys, that's okay, because think about the time it takes them to walk all the way back to base and back if they're really low and have used all their regen.
you've actually kept them out of lane for longer.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure, you're not getting as much gold in it, but they're missing so much XP in the early game, which is the most important part.
Yeah, that can really change the way these lanes bounce out. Especially this tri-lane up against tri-lane. Whoever supports get their level 3 and 4s next, then that will, be what's really important. Revo, I would like to comment, your Portuguese seems excellent these days.
Apparently, yeah.
So,
Americans that can speak Portuguese? Well, no, not really.
Alright, I heard an arrowhead up
Neo,
here.
though,
Not
yep.
like Shadow Shaman, yeah, and a soul assumption will finish him off.
Actually, right clicks from Marana, but it's
Oh,
kind of
okay.
hard to tell when so many projectiles are flying out. It's like, and one of them gets the kill. I give
Who
it to
can
the wrong
steal
person.
The kill first?
There was this one point in my casting career where I was using the phrase "cleaned him up," and I just said it once or twice, and then 3 matches later, I realized that was the only way I was describing kills. It was, and he cleaned up this, cleaned up this, cleaned up this, cleaned up this. It was like Cleaning Simulator 2014 or whatever. But I've learned to get out of that, but it has resulted in me saying, and finishing him off is the Tinker, except that's not Tinker, that's Visage.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the Tinker, he's CSing quite well.
Yeah.
We've got 3 heroes of Arena Gaming sitting atop the CS charts. And this laser is just making it so hard for Kuyu down here on the bottom lane.
Yeah, and he's only leaving it at level 1 because he's wanting to max march the machines to get that easy farming utility out of it, but also wanting to have a low mana cost on the laser and be able to use it for just the utility to add that miss rate is very important. Shadow Shaman, though, is going to be rotating on down. Doom did pick up mana boosts here, but I mean, you see how fast these creeps are falling to Tinker. He's going to be able to do a lot of work, and I feel like this is kind of the style TKP likes to play. It's very Rat Dota, very split push oriented.
Just with the Lycan and the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah. Another thing that was being mentioned in the chat, though, is that we've got Marana on position 1, and a lot of people don't like that. I'll admit, when it first started being picked up, I'm like, what are you guys thinking? There is nothing special about Marana as a carry. And over time, it's grown on me a lot. She's very effective. And of course, in Figueredo's hands, it's like saying, well, yeah, Nature's Prophet doesn't work in this metagame as much, but Lone Druid will still, Admiral Bulldog will still pick him because he's just so good at the Pyro. Actually, we've got Gam blocking out this Ancient stack.
Yeah,
Very nicely done.
He doesn't want Tinker to really have that as an advantage later. For those of you who keep hearing these Admiral Bulldog references, you should know that Revo considers Figueiredo the Brazilian Admiral Bulldog.
The Admiral Brazil dog, yep.
Yeah. So that's why he continues to make the comparison. I think it's a good one. When
Yeah.
you're really skilled at a hero, it makes a huge difference. And that's something about a farming Marana is there's nothing special about her as a carry. but execution-wise, she can be absolutely amazing. And you
Oh,
do have hits
TKP
that Magic smoked up.
TKP gets doomed up right as he was trying to pop the March of the Machines here. No escape for him, seeing as he is on the wrong side of the trees to escape there. But Nightmare from Bane is actually going to catch out Kuya, but TKP trapped inside. He could get denied here. Will he? Will they? They won't even deny it, looks like.
They were unable to deny the Doom actually wore off, so
oh, okay.
Down with some right clicks.
And we actually have Puck falling on the mid. Did you catch that, or were you paying attention to the same fight I was? Okay.
I was watching the bottom fight, but actually, Magic and
Hits.
what's his name? Hits. Yes, thank you. Magic and Hits were smoked up and rotated into middle, and then they both TP'd to bottom. So I actually think they did some damage to Puck and then left right away.
That's really nice because that'll actually get your Invoker a level probably alone off that. He's gonna go for the Midas again. This time getting it much earlier since he hasn't been shut down quite as much. Because they want to focus on this Tinker, because you can't shut Tinker down in the lightning stage, you're never going to catch him, pretty much.
Yeah, that's once he gets the Boots of Travel Blink, he's just very hard to deal with. And you basically have to be kind of waiting in the trees for him to come. And that wastes a lot of your time, and you're not really able to accomplish as much as you want.
Yeah. But Mirana, back to the subject on Mirana as a carry, okay?
Not yours.
It's the fact that she's a different kind of carry. She's a carry that plays like a mid-hero, or an off-lane hero. Like, one that wants to fight, one that wants to be active around the map, excuse me. And she also has, before the Blink buff, where it has no mana cost now, she had the lowest mana cost of any Blink ability in the game in terms of Leap. Now, it's on a longer cooldown than most, but it was basically guaranteeing that, hey, you can always use it. Not to mention, it also gives you and your allies a movement attack speed bonus, which is great for those burst damage kind of fights. You can use her as an initiator, you can use her as your source of DPS, you can even use her as a bit of a nuker with Starfall. And I think that's one... Storm, excuse me.
Yeah, she says Starfall, so that is...
Yeah, that's... She doesn't even know what her skills are called. So... But, I mean, I think that's one of the big potentials. Also, the invisibility, just having that on the team is saying, hey, we have potential for initiation pretty much anytime we want it. We've got free dust, or free smoke in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've always thought about.
Redo. I'm sorry, I've been calling him that on his stream. Or, I mean, he's watched me cast and hadn't corrected me, so. Silly gringo over here.
A lot of syllables. Whatever, it's fine. But yeah, we will give that a shot. Thank you for the tip. Now, there is a lot of just sort of hanging out here mid with Hits and Magic.
Yeah. And you can't blame them because they want to shut down Puck. Puck is going for power treads here. Over an early Blink.
I like that decision.
Okay.
From the last game, we know that Arena Gaming is very active with roaming supports. They like to gank, they like to do a lot in the early game, and you have a Bane Mirana combo on the map. A little bit of extra tankability and tread switching, I think, is a better decision here. Especially
when he knows the enemy heroes are catching out the runes. I do feel like the Howl isn't quite as effective as it could be. Yeah, you've got the Raise Dead on Doom, but those Skeleton Warriors don't do much damage anyway. So, yeah. Actually, Rolling Blue, Nightmare, Sunstrike, yep. Gonna get picked off by Hits with a Haster, and G wants to come in here, but not enough speed to catch out Bane at this point.
And that is a nice combination. We talked about the Sunstrike Bane in the last game, and there was also Sunstrike Nature's Prophet combination in the last game. We didn't see it come up too often. It might have happened once or twice. So,
yeah, it's also
doing a nice job of making an Exort Invoker really worth it.
Yep.
With the buffs to Quas Wex, that teamfight control is so powerful that sometimes you feel it's greedy to go for a Quas Exort.
We actually have Tinker getting picked off by Doom there. Allied Hero Denial. Whoa. Mirana gets the deny. Okay, that's what that prize was for. Yep. Actually, Dazzler going to save himself with the Shallow Grave at the moment. But Figueredo, it caught in a little deep. No mana. Actually, just enough mana for Leap now. He's going to leap over the tree line. Nice job saving that Leap. And actually, he's going to find ACC here as well. Kind of a lucky turn of events for him. But Shaman going to Hex her up. One more right click will finish the job. There is a bottle for TKP coming out, but... Oh no, this courier is going to get caught out by Puck. It does have a speed boost available. Are they going to use it? Whoa, wrong juke!
Radiant's courier has been
Yeah,
killed.
unfortunate juke there. Nice pick off for G. Nice money for the whole team. Will he pay for it with his life? I don't... Oh, yeah, perhaps. Now, with the Bane ultimate holding him out of the Forge Spears hitting away, yeah, and Boker just picked up a nice kill there.
Yeah. And, I mean, I feel like the team was just like, hey,
Radiant's bottom
guys,
tower
we gotta
is
save the
under
courier.
attack.
And somebody's like, don't worry, guys, I got this. And then they microed the courier very short. And it's like, okay, I'll stop. But Puck's right there, guys. We need to, fix that. And at that point, it was pretty late.
Dire's middle
Actually
tower
liking,
is
gonna
under
take down the
attack.
first tower of the map. But TKP and not able to
Dire's
rotate very
structures are
effectively.
fortified.
I will say, Tinker, since he's gonna get early boots of travel, or, well,
Dire's top tower
medium
is
boots of
under
travel
attack.
for Tinker, at least.
Medium.
Okay,
as in-
late boots of travel for Tinker. Medium boots of travel for when I play Tinker. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
Dire's top tower is
Um,
Yeah, he is fairly far behind. He was doing very well in this bottom lane, but the 2 pickoffs set him behind a lot. Just because you don't really have too much reliable goals early game, and he hasn't been able to stack these ancients. He was kind of pinging it out. He was like, okay guys, I'm doing ancients, but why aren't they stacked?
Well, I mean, Invoker tried to stack, but Puck every time was over here like, oh hey, you're stacking, let me help. Not.
This shiny orb stacks, right?
Yeah. If I look at it, it'll stack. So this one time where I played in a pub with a friend, and it was when we were really new, and we just learned about the whole blocking camp thing and had reached that part of the MMR bracket, and they blocked the camp, so he buys the D-ward, literally put it right here, and I'm like, dude, you realize that blocks the camp too, right? It was
goodness.
just like, nope. Tales from the trench with Revo.
Yeah, pubs are fun. I wish that when you were looking to watch a public game,
Radiant's middle tower
it sorts
is under
by,
attack.
you know, the highest ranked first.
And
I
then the
wish you
lowest
could-
rank too. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish you could flip it so you could watch the lowest games and just laugh. Can you do
Yeah.
that?
Well, you can follow my games probably.
Oh.
Self-burn. Actually, we have something going on here. Move, camera, quick. Arrow will barely miss. I'm very sorry about that, guys. We are going to have Shaman throwing out the Sentry Wards. Hits is stuck here, but he is going to Nightmare himself on up. Unfortunately, though, it looks like the wards can take him right out of that, unless that was Doom breaking the Nightmare. I'm not really sure about that. Anyways, Hits is going to be the only one to fall there. Mirana being able to escape. And I think one of the things that makes Figueredo,
Radiant's top
there we go.
tower is under attack.
Such a good Mirana is that he knows when to use the leap properly. He's not going to use it, because, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm used to playing Queen of Pain. Mirana's leap is on an 18-second cooldown. Queen of Pain's blink is on like a 7. When I play Mirana, I'm like, oh, I have a blink, let's go. And I think I'm just going to jump around the map with it. This is a twice-a-minute ability, probably. So, it's not really as spammable and useful in that sense. Hits is going to try to find the enemy team, but they're already smoked up, saying we're getting out of here. And taking down all 3 tier 1 towers, it's looking like we might go to a game 3 at this point. Anyway.
Radiant's middle
Yeah,
tower is
so
under attack.
Arena Gaming, I'm gonna just take a quick peek at this net worth.
Oh.
Peek at this net worth. Are doing
Hits
okay.
is caught out, though. He's hit with the shackle. And one Aethershock is going to come through, but Puck blinking forward. Gonna immediately use the coil and the silence. He is caught up by a cold snap, though, which is hard to phase shift, for sure. He is going to get graved by Dazzle, though. This is going to be a very hard Puck to kill with the Dazzle on the team. Figueredo just out of range. Oh my goodness, the best leap ever right there.
Yeah, it's just so close to making it. That was unfortunate.
And we've got Doom picking up a Blink Dagger as well. This Doom has gotten incredibly farmed. And is playing very non-greedy, picking up the mech, then the Blink Dagger, Mana Boots as well. It's like a support Doom.
And I think that's just because Dazzle, he's got a medallion, but Shadow Shaman's only just picked up the mana boots. You know that the supports are a little far behind. So FTW has a lot of pushing power, they have good late game presence, but the Tinker's not online yet for Arena Gaming. He's really just picked up his boots of travel. We're going to see very different team fights coming out for him now. Now that he has Boots of Travel, he can flash farm incredibly well. He can keep these lanes pushed. Arena Gaming haven't managed to take a tower yet, and that is really, I think, what the difference in gold is coming from. And once they pick up a few towers, this game should be even again.
Or at least about 1,000 gold, maybe. But a much closer game.
Yeah. So the arena's still doing okay.
Yeah, they're only a little behind. So, and I think For the Win has a much more solid draft this time around. TKP gonna get silenced up, but Puck going to get picked off here, and TKP going to wait out the coil, which, being a Puck player myself, that's the one way you drive Puck insane, is you don't break his coil. Because he just like, okay, you're gonna run now, right? You're gonna, oh, you want to turn around and man fight?
Nuts. I'm
oh,
sleepy.
crap.
I don't want to do this.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, the courier kill versus the hero kill, if we're not gonna see an interruption of this Roche right here, the whole team gets gold no matter where they are on the map for the courier kill. They're not gonna get gold for a hero kill, so sometimes it is a little bit worth it, especially if your supports are a bit behind, because it's going to give them gold, and that's going to be a set of wards worth. And also, you're going to mean that there's no items being able to be flown out on the courier. They're going to have to play it like it's League of Legends with pay for TP scrolls right now. Which, I mean, I played League of Legends a little bit, and the one thing I got so infuriated with was the no courier. Like, I was like, what? When do I get my items?
Never. So, Arena Gaming doing some pushing here. It looks like they're going to get this middle tower, but FTW does want to fight. They ward trap up his. He's going to die quickly, but the Soul Assumptions are coming out on Lowling Blue, along with a Cold Snap as well. There's the Shadow Grave saves and Magic Fall to the Shaman wards. I think Lowling Blue's going to be able to run himself away.
He's going to try to force tap himself out of the coil, but he's going to get snapped by it. G is going to silence him up, and the Shackle from Shaman is going to take him down. There is a rocket coming out, but that's not really going to do that much. And not to mention, there's still an Aegis up on Lycanthrope. He's gonna just very carefully farm with this, uh-oh! Want to turn around here, buddy? With the Vlad's up. Okay. I was thinking he was about to get Aegis popped by a neutral, and Arena Gaming are sitting here like, wait a second. Why does it show him dead for 5 seconds up there?
Yeah,
I've seen that happen before in pubs now. It's...
Yeah, it can be very silly. So a nice, they took the top tower and this middle tower here for Arena Gaming. And so that will help them with the gold, help the supports get a few more items up. Now, what is Figure, no, I'm not going to be able to say it because I'm thinking about it too much. Marana looking to buy. So he's got the Yasha, not quite as fast as last time, but he is sitting on 1,500 gold.
Well, I mean, we're looking at a 9-minute difference between when he got this item progression last time.
Yeah, his last time's item progression was a little bit silly.
And of course, he was able to farm very well. He was able to get the, whoa, is he just... Okay, he lets the creeps, or
no,
he lets the
doesn't.
Necrobook fall. There we go, yeah.
The timer counted down. So, I think he was planning on just tanking it. He has an
Or
attack,
just,
but
killing most of it and then letting the creep finish it off. I mean, it is a lot of gold going over his way, at least, so...
Yeah, and Tinker
though,
yeah, to have a very rough game, gets picked off here on the bottom lane. He almost has his Blink Dagger, though, and that's going to stop these pickoffs from happening, because you can just shift Q that Blink into the trees, march, and leave.
The other thing is, though, you've got Doom on the other team with a Blink Dagger. He could just blink in Doom Tinker, bye-bye, at that point.
Yeah, so Tinker needs a few more levels to... Well, he needs a few more items, because honestly, you don't get the level 3 of your ult until you have a lot of mana.
Yeah. I do want to say that I'm not 100% sure that March of the Machines disables Blink Dagger, because it's HP removal. If somebody in the chat could let me know on that in 2 minutes time.
It's composite. Is it fully magic?
It won't break Bane's Nightmare. So I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I think it might be composite damage. So it does a whole bunch of things, reduced by a whole bunch of things. So I've always been a little confused about how March works.
Yeah. Well, and composite damage in general.
Yeah. So we were talking about how good FTW is at pushing before this Tinker's online. He's online, he spams out Rockets, Laser, and March, and it kind of pushes FTW back, but there is a net here on him.
Yeah, he is going to be able to get out of this right now. He is also invisible under cover of Moonlight Shadow. The rest of the team coming in, but the Wolves keeping them out a little bit, at least. No rocket luck for Tinker, though. But, just going to rearm and try it again, I guess. There is an illusion room, but looks like Lycan wants to pick it. Okay, Puck gonna say I need that. Good idea there. I was like...
he might have just been guarding the rune.
Yeah, and they did know that Moonlight Shadow had been up, so don't want to take any risks there.
I don't think Furtherwind wants to sacrifice. Well, no, they are moving away now. I was gonna say, I think they want to keep this push up.
Well,
But
the thing is, every second they delay, Tinker's somewhere else on the map pushing. And that is the power of Tinker. He's great in those teams that want to, like, almost fake a fight. There is going to be a Sunstrike out. Where was that? I saw Invoker cast it, but I didn't see where it landed at all. Oh well.
I don't know where he threw it. But it could have potentially been on the Lycan bottom lane, Lycan's sitting here a little bit low.
You know what would be nice if Volvo's listening? Pay attention to, well, let us have a marker on the mini-map when he throws a Sunstrike so we can follow it in case it's elsewhere on the map. Like, just a little Sunstrike icon would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. But then you'd have to do Ancient Apparition.
Yeah, and then you
so-
need to do Nature's Prophet's ulti, which would be insane.
That would be so confusing. It would
Just
be
do
like,
it for Invoker, it's okay. Because we can at least, like, with Clockwork's Rocket Ancient Apparition, we can at least follow it across the map if we need to.
Mm-hmm.
With Invoker, it's like, okay, you've got 2 seconds, good luck. Like, okay, check the whole map. Where is it?
Yeah, it's just like, alright, well, we're not going to cast that. We could do, like, you know, a, octet cast, and you just have quadrants.
Each person
quadrants assigned to every caster, and you can like switch camera control.
do
so
it like they
okay,
do.
Kill's happening here, so I'm taking over camera control, and etc.
Have you ever had the misfortune of watching televised NASCAR?
No.
Oh well,
Never,
the way the
never.
only good thing that came from this is they actually do have it set up so there's like one broadcast team on one side of the track, one broadcast team on the other, and as they go around the track, they switch it off. So that they can still see everything up close. It's kind of funny to listen to on the radio because it's like, and over to you, Jim. 3 sentences, and then, and over to you, Stacy. 3 more sentences, and then it's like, okay, are any of you the main one? Nope, none of them.
Yeah, that would get confusing. So we had a disconnect. Lycan has reconnected, but we're still sitting here paused for a little bit. Not sure what's up.
Sometimes they like to take a quick second and tactically decide what they're going to do. I mean, check ping and whatnot.
Just stretch out their fingers.
Yeah. Anyways, we are going to have Neo throwing down the Serpent Wards on the tower. That's going to be a lot of damage to this tower. Glyph is not up either. But they're going to be able to take us out very nicely with the Serpent, or the Visage Familiars. So many summoned units. I don't even know.
I would love to see Howl with Visage Familiars.
Yeah. That would be one combo I don't think I've seen quite yet. Figueredo, no Happy Mirana for him today, and we're not seeing him be quite as effective as he was in game number 1. He is going for that Manta style, it would appear, but 2, 3, and 1 is his KDA right now.
Yeah, he just hasn't had as much of a domination.
For the win, Rapier? What?
Oh. I played Gyro earlier today and got a Rapier, so
Oh,
commenting
okay.
on it.
I thought you meant For the Win had just picked up a Rapier. I'm like, where? What the? Okay.
Oh, well, almost gave you a heart attack as well. So, you know, double heart attacks today. We've got the Wolves coming in to scout out. So something I like that we saw in other games against a Lycan is an early gem pickup just to deal with these Wolves. I don't think Arena can afford to do that.
I don't think they have a good gym carrier other than the Tinker who can escape rather nicely. But at the same time, they've got a lot of silence on the team. Figueredo definitely can't carry it because they've got the silence to lock him down. And I think that's the other big thing that For the Win has this game that they didn't have last game. Like, yeah, sure, Ember Spirit has lockdown, but it's like, oh, we see it coming lockdown. With a Blink Doom, a Blink Puck, probably going to see a Blink... Actually, we have a Blink Shaman on the field. That's 3 sources of instant silence, stun, whatever you want to call it, that are going to stop him from leaping away, which is one of those things he was able to do so easily last game. And something I really like in that sense. Puck is going to... What?
Yeah, meanwhile, bottom, Lulling Blue's being cold snapped up by the Invoker, but not for stepping away. They do have vision of him. I think they dusted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Barely managed to pick off the Invoker.
Meanwhile, Puck looks like he's trying to escape here. Actually, Figueroa, he's firing the arrow in the exact wrong direction, but Puck is going to run into TKP. Looks like he will get lasered to death. Get away from that beam indeed.
That's leading edge technology.
Sorry, alright, I'm gonna practice Marana's name a little bit more, work on that. We have a push coming out for the win here, bottom. Tinker doing what he can to counter push, but he has a lot of mana, so I think he's probably gonna be heading home to mana up and then come back in. But these wolves are just doing a lot of damage here.
Figueredo. Okay. There's like 10 vowels in that word, so I'm like, what? Like, when I was talking to him on stream through the chat, I had to, like, look at the title to spell his name right every time. Actually, he's gonna get bursted down. No Doom needed. It's gonna be saved for hits instead. And, no Nightmare, no Fiend's Grip coming out from him. They are gonna manage to use the Visage Verse to stun there. That's very nicely done. But hits, getting taken down, and that's the blinks at work here. It's looking like game number 3 is gonna be happening very soon here.
And actually, Sunstrike here, Miap manages to pick up the Shadow Shaman. It was really nice micro by Lolling Glue with the wolves. He kept them invisible, didn't have them attack, just used them to block up hits so that he couldn't actually run away. So Shaman was still in range to blink in and finish off the damage on him.
Yeah, they are going to ping out Roche right now. Looks like they just want to go for Roche and end it. I mean...
I think they're really at the point where they can. So if you take a look at items, Lycan has his Necro 3 and his Slads. Everybody has a Blink Dagger. You know, Puck's got an Ultimate Orb. I think Doom will either be going for AC
oh my
or
goodness.
Shivas.
Invoker just Sunstruck Roche, and he saw nothing there. Because the Sunstruck only caught, like, this little AoE. That's a beautiful circle, I know. But, and Doom is standing right over here outside of the range of it. Tinker will notice it, though. He's going to catch him out. Puck will be able to catch him out with a coil, though. And the silence. The snap going to take him down, like him with an Aegis now. And Tinker already on the sidelines with no buyback.
Yeah, this has been one very sad Tinker.
Yeah. It hasn't worked out quite as well as it did in game. Let me rephrase this completely. The player is TKP. Okay, TKP hasn't done quite as well as he did in game number 1. I was about to say the Tinker hasn't worked as well in game number 1, but then I realized, game number 1 it only worked well because it wasn't there. So... Renessa, you still with me, or was that too awkward?
What? No, I'm here, I got it, I didn't abandon you, it's okay.
This guy's so awkward I stopped casting with him. Nice Grave Shell onto the creep, but Meatball barely gonna miss. Cold Snap was out on Lycan for a moment. He does have Enfeeble up on him now, though. Hits with only 1 point in that, but it's still gonna be effective. Gonna take off a good bit of damage. There is an arrow out. Oh, creep, arrow.
Yeah, the creeps weren't killed quite as quickly as they were.
And that's another thing. With this Lycan pickup, you've got wolves there that can tank the arrow at times.
Yeah, I do really like leaving them.
Yeah.
Oh, Puck has denied their top tower. So Puck isn't even there in the fight with them. They're just kind of slow pushing.
Which, honestly, I think is not the best idea. Tinker can go around the map and get things done right now. The team doesn't have room to actually farm up, but you've got room for Tinker to have space, and that's not good, because Tinker wants to come back really badly. They haven't lost to Rax yet. They're still in this game.
I actually think G was pushing out top for that Tinker respawn, so that Tinker couldn't instantly be at their barracks. And then now he's running down, and so he phase shifts this arrow, and it's just gonna blink away, and join them for the push so that they can fight. And then now, I mean, Tinker has quite a bit more space.
Dazzle has a Force Staff. Puck has a TP coming. Okay, I thought it was gonna be like a full sheep stick somehow, but he didn't have enough gold.
Yeah, not quite. He's about 900 away from it.
And Neo is just hiding in the trees over here. I think he's trying to make it look like a 4v5 fight, but when Dazzle heals him, there's a big green line that goes over to him. Unless it's a pink line, I can't remember.
Pink.
And I just saw it, yeah. Thank you, Renessa.
Quite pink. Dazzle common here.
Yeah. I was thinking heal, so green, you know. HP is green, so, right?
Yeah. So
except when it's red. Okay, I'll let you talk now, I'm sorry.
So many different things, it's okay, it's okay. Lycan, they've decided to back off FTW, just taking their time. They have some time. They can't allow Arena to really get online. They do have, so like we've talked about, Mirana's not the strongest late game carry, and Lycan is fairly strong in this patch, but an Invoker and a Tinker are terrifying and very challenging for them to deal with. This isn't a BKB building team on the side of FTW, so that will cripple them if they have to go for mass BKBs.
Well, Lycan can go for it, Doom can go for it, but the rest of them, I mean, Puck is like, I can phase shift everything, I'm good, I'm skilled. He really does not want to go for a BKB if he can help it, because that's almost saying to a Puck player, you're not good enough to play Puck properly, so you need to build an item that's made for other heroes. Like,
yeah, but with an Invoker, with, I mean, Deafening Blast, Meatball, and EMP, etc., that...
You can't phase shift those easily. Yeah. I mean, you can phase shift one of them, but then Invoker just waits for the others, and you're done, so, yeah. Invoker does have his sheep stick done. Neo is finally gonna leave the trees.
Like, alright guys, I guess this push isn't gonna work out so well. But, I mean, actually, I thought that would be Tinker up there, but Tinker is here counter-pushing.
Yeah, and Figueiredo doesn't have a TP. He does have a TP. What am I talking about? I was looking for boots to travel because we were just thinking Tinker, you know?
Yeah, but, I mean, he's just sitting up here, and he's chosen to go for a Maelstrom. I think to just try and kill everybody a little bit faster.
This is an item he likes to go for in Mirana. Not to mention with the minion thing, once again, it's a good item to take down the wolves if they're visible. I mean, it just makes it that much easier to clear creep waves quickly, rather than single targeting down. Especially with Storm being a factor as well.
These Necro books are a problem for Mirana, though. I would like to see some BKBs actually come out on either team. They're a very good item this game, and I'm surprised we haven't seen any BKB pickups.
Yeah, Visage has an Ogre Club, but I'm pretty sure that's for a Scepter instead.
Yeah, 3 Familiars is incredibly powerful when you stack all those stuns.
I'd say, though, go for a Medallion first, especially when you're playing this far behind. TKP gonna get force-staffed back out of the coil. And I think that's one of the big mistakes that Arena Gaming keep making. They're like, okay, we're trapped in a coil, what do? Well, we force-staff somebody out. Well, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, they can in this chance just because, you know, it pushes them up onto the high ground. So he's okay.
Yep.
But, yeah, I know that's why we were talking about this in the draft. The Puck pickup is very good. Just against heroes like Figueiredo's, just... he relies on his mobility, and actually Soul Assumption and
is coming in. Yeah, we've got a big fight breaking out. Lolling Blue trying to get in here. Had to walk around the creeps though, and that stopped him from initiating. Also, the invisibility from Mirana coming out. He can't hit anything. He's enfeebled as well. Actually, he's no longer able to... He can hit stuff again, but does have that Aegis up. It's reclaimed in 1 second though, and he knows it too. He's got the Regen Rune up. They're trying to Sunstrike him, but nope, not going to happen. Roshan respawns in a little while. We don't really know yet.
Yeah, and Lolling Blue does have a heart now, so he doesn't even really need that regen when they're actually leaving it sitting there.
He can care.
And now, yeah, he's being pinged out by teammates. It's like, okay, guys, it's time to leave. You don't have an Aegis anymore. You need to go. Rocket is gonna hit. They know he's there. I'm gonna leave him by Figueiredo.
They want the arrow. It's gonna miss. And now they're turning around the fight. Shaman Wards do come out. Lolling Blue is picked up, but Figueiredo is going to fall. Nice coil by the Puck. Not going to escape to the high ground, but everyone else on the team basically going to fall. Where is Tinker in this fight? He's already safely back at base. Invoker just going to waste Doom's time a little bit, but that's not a good fight for them. And looking at the buyback status, we don't have buyback up on Mirana. Visage does. Bane does not. He's 7 gold away, though, so he should be able to get buyback up with just passive gold in a moment. Yep, there we go.
Now, that fight was very well done by For the Win. So Arena wanted this. They wanted to kill off the Lycan. They wanted to get something out of this fight, so they leave their base. They try and be aggressive. But the actual positioning, so being able to kind of drop the weave here, where all of these heroes were sort of stuck, and also get the Shaman Wards up, you know, right here.
Dire's bottom tower.
It was a beautiful initiation from
from For the Win. It was very well done, and it blocked off. Just it really limited the mobility of Arena Gaming, and we've talked about that's something that Figueiredo really relies on. Oh, and nice arrow by Lolling Blue here on the mid lane.
They tried to force staff him out, but he still got hit by the arrow. And Fiend Script up on the Doom. No Doom available right now. He already did Doom the Invoker. Invoker already out of the fight, but gonna buy back into the game. We do have Lycan already graved up. He's gonna get away here. Long range Soul Assumption out on the Doom. Sheeped. Turned into Tornado Sheep as well. Nightmare is out on Shaman, but he's going to have that removed from his not accidentally right-clicks him. Happy to take that away. Hits in no position to remove that Nightmare either. Meanwhile, Lycan getting caught out by that laser. He's going to go back in on Not right now, though.
Yeah, doesn't really care about the ice wall. He does finally fall, so the
it's a 3 for 2.
To the Bane.
Well, a 3 for 3 trade because Invoker diebacks in that fight, but he did pick off the core hero. Actually, a 3 for 4 trade. But if Forward Spirit can do some work here, they could see it out. But luckily, the one really important hero is still alive, and that's Tinker. He's going to be able to split push very effectively or try to be greedy and get a kill.
Yeah, I think here he is just counter pushing. Doesn't want to let any more tower damage happen. With a Lycan pushing, you can lose towers and Raxes very quickly, so you want to keep your towers as high as possible, obviously. You know, against some teams, you can let the towers take a little bit of damage to get a more important objective taken care of.
Yeah.
But that's really challenging up against these heavy push lineups like a Lycan and a Shaman.
Yeah, and the difference between like an Invoker Tinker push and a Lycan push is Lycan's gonna walk up to your tower just like a Shaman is and say, this is my tower now, I kill it. Tinker is gonna pick away at it little by little, and in the end, it's gonna take him a while to take down a tower. It's not gonna be, we lost the team fight, oh my god, our Rax is gone. Because of Tinker alone, like it is with a Lycan.
Yeah, I mean, Tinker is still looking to take down this tier 1 bottom.
Yeah, and that just puts him very far behind.
Yeah, FTW maintains excellent Roche control this game with both their tier 2 middle and then I believe it's your tier 2 bottom actually, but they have both the tier 1 and the tier 2, so they won't be giving up that Roche advantage. As we're talking about that, they are Roching.
Yeah. And they know they have the advantage, they know that tower is in jeopardy. They also know a fine cheese, a fine wine, and an Aegis could turn this game around very nicely for them, kind of seal the deal, if you will. Cheese going to be picked up by the puck. Doom with the Aegis. They're not worried about Lycan dying anyway. He's got 3,000 health at this point. Doom building for a few more intelligence and supportive items. Not going to be quite as tanky. TKP blinking away, trying to take down some creeps down here. It's going to do a little bit to the Lycanthrope Wolves, but...
Yeah, and I mean, just poor Tinker really unable to get much pushing down all. Though Figueiredo has gotten this creep wave pushed in nicely up top, and they know that most of Arena Gaming is bottom. Unfortunately, you know, TKP has to stay bottom and counter push. He can't actually go up top and help Figueiredo push.
Yep. And Figueiredo, he is not going to even have enough mana for the TP. He's got a magic wand. He will use it and TP back right now. Okay. Just waiting on that. Deafening Blast will come out. Lolling Blue already disarmed. Pigged up, the fastest pig in the world right now. G going to go ahead. Phase shifts out here. Not is already doomed. No buyback up on him since he's already diebacked in the last fight. Lolling Blue is actually going to get nightmared up. Brain Sap coming through. They're going to throw out a Soul Assumption. Puck will take him down for a double kill. But Bane buying back into the fight. Lycan will fall here, though. And that's a pretty big deal right now. Figueiredo buying back into the game after being taken down by Puck for the third of the kills from him this game. He will have a blink available, though, to get away with, and he's going to do so. They do have invisibility. They're going to go ahead and pick him up, leap on in. He's getting force sapped away by his allies, though. We're going to chase him around right here. We do have the Fiend's Grip up on him, but also the Shallow Grave going to keep him alive even more. They're investing so much in trying to kill Doom, and are they even going to be able to? Figueiredo on low health, 5 seconds till leap. Is he even going to make it? I don't think so. He's going to stun the Puck, though. Lycan Wolves finish him off. And somehow Puck lives through that. Very nicely done by him. He probably would have got shocked by the lightning there. But Arax is going to fall. Heroes still up 4 for the win, even though they're only barely up at this point. And Tinker, the last one standing, he is doing a much better job of staying alive in the late game. But he can't really fulfill his purpose of split pushing.
Yeah, I mean, now that he's picked up the Hex, we're noticing a change in these fights. He really... You know, he's making a lot more impact with these, very fast hexes, trying to keep down the Lycan. They're actually managing to kill the Lycan now. But it's really not enough. I mean, we saw For the Win still dominating these fights. The damage output is incredible, and Puck is doing an excellent job with the phase shift, blinks, the juking, the dropping the dream coils to limit arena gaming. So a lot of nice things done. And I really like something you said during the fight. They were spending so much on taking down Doom. They didn't have anything left when the rest of the team came to help them out.
And that's one of the things this meta has revolved around, is just tanky heroes. How tanky can we be? How much can we get them to chase us trying to pick off our one tanky carry while their supports actually do more work in the fight? Because, honestly, in pubs, I try not to focus the tanky heroes until they're, like, actually a threat. I try to pick off the supports, get fed off of them, and then snowball that advantage on in. But the way that people are drafting now, it's very hard to do that, and,
we
Puck
also
is
see a lot of
another
drafts.
hero, really hard to kill, yeah.
We also see a lot of drafts pick up someone tanky, pick up those strong fighters when they're going for this rat Dota split push style, so that, you know, you spend forever chasing down this either very mobile hero or very tanky hero while your Rax gets taken, and you sort of lose sight of that while, you know, you have Bloodlust going and you're like, oh, I want to kill.
And guys, it looks like, we might be postponing the THD Junkles King game for a little bit, which means our other series of the night could get postponed as well. Unless Arena Gaming are able to turn this around in the next 7 minutes, and it's possible, but it's not looking too likely. Singa's Lycan is now very farmed. He's got a Blade Mail up as well, which is good against Tinker. And all these heroes who don't have a BKB and are just kind of glass cannon-esque. Not is going to get coiled up here. Does get picked off by Puck, but Force-Stabs himself out. He will live through this. Hit's already on the sideline, says the Bane. We do have Dust coming out, trying to keep up with the fight here. Sorry about that, guys. We do have Invoker, though, picked off by the Lycan. Kuyu coming in, taking down the Visage. Tinker take down basically by the Lycan and the Puck together. And GG going to be called. Figueredo, the only one still standing for the team, but he knows it's pretty much over right now. We're going to be going to game number 3.
Yeah, no buybacks on the side of Arena at all, so that was well played. Nicely done for the win. I'm just not sure what's going on in the chat.
He's giving a shout out to Blasty, his
okay.
his African American brother.
Good to know.
That's the nice way to say that, I think. Anyways, guys, we're going to be back with game number 3 very quickly here. I'm pretty sure we'll just be delaying the House of Downs game. I hope we will, because I would hate to miss any of that action. They're a very good team, and I'm not sure which game I would rather watch, to be completely honest. Yeah.
You want to watch all of them.
All the games.
Thank you for joining us. We will be back shortly with game number 3.
Yep.